Hey guys, Lily here, and today I'm going to be giving you a review of the Jaybird Bluebud X Bluetooth Sport Earphone. In this review, I'm going to be talking about the comfort and the build quality and of course the sound quality, and then I'll also tell you how these fare as sport earphones. Also, make sure that if you want to learn more about these earphones and get the best links, check the description below, we'll throw all that down for you. Alright, so moving on to the accessories, what we have is a hard clamshell case. It's magnetized, which is really cool, but can be sometimes difficult to open because it's just so flush with everything. There are 3 pairs of ear tips, small, medium, and large, also with their respective sized wing tips, or wing flanges. There are also 3 cord clips. You only need 2, but the extra one is a nice touch. And finally, you do get a 9.5-inch USB charger, which kind of looks like it could be something for a Fitbit. You know, it's a little weird that they made it so short. I found that it's completely fine though for my needs. Now, you also get a plastic build with this, which is good and it feels really durable. Obviously, you want it to be durable and sweat resistant, which it is with the Liquipel technology on here. But I have to say, you don't really get that premium feel with this plastic build, but I've never questioned the ruggedness. You have these great stress relievers here, and just, you know, very substantial plastic, none of that flimsy stuff. As far as the charging goes, you're going to find your USB port right here in the earphone, and depending on how you wear this, this will be the left or the right earphone, so just keep that in mind. Now with the features, we do have an inline mic and remote, and I'll be honest, at first it was kind of weird to figure out. It's not as intuitive as what I'm used to. So normally to pause or to skip tracks, I've done it where you hold the play button, the middle button, but that's going to answer your call or do an immediate callback. So actually to skip tracks for you guys, you're going to want to hold down the volume up to skip forward or hold down the volume down, skip backwards. And the other thing I want to mention about these, which was kind of difficult for me, was the fit. That did take me quite a few tries, so don't get discouraged because now I actually find these to be the most comfortable earphones. Just a few more comments on the features of these earphones. The Bluetooth connection, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. That's right. Super lightning fast. Really just self-explanatory. I mean, Bluetooth normally is, but just so easy. Also, they claim 8 hours of battery life on this, and I've gotten just about that. I'd say about 7, so a little short, but I think it also depends on, you know, what volume you're cranking your music up to, if you are taking calls, how good the connectivity is, and all of that. As far as the comfort goes on these, I won't beat a dead horse. They're incredibly comfortable. They're awesome. The fit is fantastic. The only thing that I experienced is maybe after an hour, hour and a half, I did get hot spots right where my ear canal starts to actually go internally. So I do think that is due to the fact that I kind of have smaller ears, so if you have more normal sized ear canal openings, you should be fine. As far as isolation goes, these are fantastic. Once you get the right fit and seal, combining words there, you'll have a really great listening experience with these. The only problem with that is maybe, which I mentioned actually in my last review, is if you do want to do outdoor exercising with this, be careful, because I actually couldn't hear cars around me or anything like that, so just bear that in mind when you're using these. Now the sound quality on this thing really surprised me, pleasantly, in a great way. Just kind of a brief overview of it. They definitely do place an emphasis on the bass, I won't lie, but what do you expect from sport earphones? You know, you want to keep that active pumping sound, and that's what they deliver here, but that's not to say that they fall short on any other aspects of the sound. With the bass, it's definitely, you know, as I said, emphasized, but it's also really tight, very clear, never bled into the mids or anything like that. The only time that it did bleed into the mids at all was with my, you know, lower quality music, the kind that you get basically from downloading off of YouTube without really choosing the right resolution and things like that. So the bass was great, tight response, overall really satisfying. The mids, they were also really good, a little distant at times, but on the whole vocals were fantastic. I really enjoyed kind of the deeper male vocals, and I think that speaks a lot to you know, the bass of it. Other than being occasionally distant, I really have no gripes about it. So if you're looking for an earphone with strong mids, strong bass, definitely check these out. And of course, there are the highs. Now, with the highs, I was expecting to be disappointed. I mean, with the sport earphone, my expectations were a little different because, you know, you're buying these for practical use. You're buying these to exercise, not really to appreciate music and sit back and listen with them. But I found myself enjoying just sitting at my desk and listening to these. People always talk about, you know, loss of sound quality when you're using Bluetooth, and I'm sure there was. And like I said, with the kind of dropping of signal on that, of course there was. But when it was there, which is actually just like hand sanitizer, 99.9% of the time, it was fantastic, really, really delightful. I wished at times that the highs could have been a bit sharper, but you know, a benefit of that is just not grating on the ears, which is really nice. I was also pretty impressed with the soundstage. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't super notable, but it was definitely there. If you close your eyes and imagine, you could reach out a little bit. The overall sound signature definitely going to benefit the most from contemporary genres, EDM, hip hop, bassier things. Makes sense. You're exercising with these. That's the main reason you bought these. But they do not fall flat. Play on words? Intentional? Maybe, but it worked. This wouldn't be a complete review if we didn't give you some other sport earphones to kind of compare the Jaybird Bluebud X's to. A bit of a mouthful. So the first earphone I'm going to talk about actually is a wired earphone, but it's intended for sports, and it has rugged in the name. That's right, drum roll please. Maybe I'll add it in, maybe I won't. It's the Klipsh Rugged S4Is. Now, the sound quality of the Klipsh Rugged S4Is, it is quite a bit muddled in relation to the Jaybird Bluebud X's, and it's a bit underwhelming after listening to these for a while, which says a lot about the quality of the Jaybirds, because I love the Klipshes, and I think they're a fantastic earphone for exercising or just for life. But especially that these are Bluetooth, the fact that they could really keep up and surpass those is awesome. And to be honest, the comfort on these really is fantastic. I think maybe the only thing that could possibly improve it is if they did take the oblong ear tips from Klipsh, you know, take that idea and use it in their earphones, because that really helps a lot. But other than that, I would say that, you know, these earphones, if I had to choose now and buy a pair, I would definitely stick with these. Now the other earphone that we're going to talk about, which I'm sure a lot of you guys anticipated, are the Beats Power Beats 2. So these are also a Bluetooth earphone intended for basically the same audience. You know, you want to get your athletic people in there, your exercisers, your whatever elseers, just active people. And so kind of same target demographic here. And same features, you know, you get the Bluetooth, you do get the kind of ear hook design, but with the Beats you can't flip it under your chin. I've seen people wear these at the gym like this. I got it mixed up. Like this. And I'll be honest, I think it looks a bit uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable to me, but whatever works. You don't get that option with the Beats. And also, even though the Beats, surprise, surprise, their bass is definitely more salient, that's not necessarily a good thing, because in the Beats, they don't really pay as much attention to the mids and the highs. So if you want a better overall listening experience while you're exercising, while you're chilling, any of that, these definitely do a better job. But if you are a die-hard bass head, and no judgment, at least not overtly, you know, maybe you want to reconsider and think about the Beats. It's all about what you prioritize in that. But for me personally, I'll definitely have to stick with my Jaybirds. Now, to be fair, even though these are a fantastic earphone, there are always reasons to consider something else. You know, priorities can be different, things like that. If you are someone who wants a slimmer profile, because these kind of stick out a bit, you know, then maybe something like the Power Beats would be good for you. With all that being said, the Jaybird Bluebud X's are a phenomenal earphone. They are incredibly comfortable, they deliver fantastic sound, They're Bluetooth. The battery lasts just about as long as it says, and I'm sure if I weren't taking calls like crazy and stuff just to test these out, I could have gotten it to the 8-hour mark, or even past the 8-hour mark, to be honest. It comes with the Liquipel sweat repellent resistant coating, which is awesome, and it definitely works. I sweat a lot, and I have not had any problems with this shorting out or something like that. Yeah, that's kind of all the time I have here, guys. That's all I have to say. Once again, if you have any questions, just make sure to check that description below. We're going to help you out down there, and I will see you next time.